One time, Mullah Nasruddin Hoja was invited to a fancy dinner party in his honor. So he got on his donkey and he started traveling, and he was traveling and he was wearing his traveling clothes, and he got all dusty from the road. Now by the time he got to the party venue, to his host's house, he was all messed up from the road. But it was late, and many of the guests had already arrived, and they were hungry. So he thought, okay, let me just hurry up. So he got to the door and he knocked on the door, and his host opened the door, but he didn't recognize Mullah Nasruddin because he was all dusty from the road, and he wasn't wearing his fancy clothes. So he said to Mullah Nasruddin, he said, "I'm sorry, old man. Why don't you come around to the back, to the kitchen? They will feed you there." And then he shut the door. Now, Mullah Nasruddin, he went back to his donkey. He took out his nice clothes that were in his saddle bag, and he groomed himself. He went down to the creek. He washed his face, washed off the dust from his beard and everything like that. He got dressed in his fancy clothes, and he came back again, and he knocked on the door. And this time, the host, he said, Mullah Nasruddin, we were waiting for you. Come on in, come on in. Everybody's hungry. We were ready to start the dinner party. So the host brought Mullah Nasruddin Hoja to the place of honor, and he sat him down. And then they started serving the fish, the rice, the soup, and everything. And Mullah Nasruddin, he took the rice and he started shoving it up his sleeve. He said, "Come on, sleeve, eat, eat, eat." And the people started to stare at him. And Mullah Nasruddin took his bowl of soup and he poured it into his pocket. He said, "Okay, come on, soup. Come on, eat. The pocket, you eat your soup." And then he took some of the fish and he tucked it into his turban. And he said, come on, turban, eat, eat." And the host and all the other people, they said, "Mullah Nasruddin Hoja, what are you doing? You're ruining your clothes. Your fine, fine clothes." And Hoja said to the host, he said, "Well, when I first arrived, I was wearing my traveling clothes. They were all dusty and everything. And when I knocked on your door, you turned me away. You told me to go around to the kitchen to get some food. But when I showed up with my fine clothes on, then you let me in. So I concluded, quite rightly, that you did not invite me. You invited my clothes to this fancy dinner party. So what I'm doing is I'm letting my clothes eat." And the host, he felt so terrible. He apologized. And all the people, they learned an amazing idea here. Like so many of the Mullah Nasruddin's Hoja stories, they're timeless. And especially these days, we often look at the package more than we look at the person inside the fancy package. And I think this tells us to look at the person more and don't be so impressed with the clothes and the fancy package. Thank you. The end. If you enjoyed that story, please hit subscribe because I'm going to be trying to upload a new folk tale every week.